Hey everyone, it's just gonna be me for this video. Liv's not gonna be in this one because we're gonna do something a little bit different today. Sometime in early June, there is the Crohn's and Colitis Walk. I'm gonna be partaking in the one in my hometown in Ottawa. It's a fundraiser to help raise money for Crohn's and colitis research. Now, this is incredibly important to me because I have Crohn's disease. I guess it's probably important for you guys to actually know what Crohn's disease is. You know, I'm gonna go look this up. Crohn's disease is written here as a type of inflammatory bowel disease. So it results in chronic inflammatory disorder in which the body's immune system attacks the gastrointestinal tract, possibly directed at microbial antigens. Basically, I have these ulcers in my intestines. They cause inflammation, which is very, very painful, and it can kind of range from mild discomfort to full-blown, you know, on the floor, this hurts so much. It's also mixed with the fact that my immune system is overactive. So instead of my white blood cells just attacking viruses and bacteria in my body, it attacks everything all at once. I was diagnosed when I was 15. I remember I was off on a ski trip and I felt like I had a really, really terrible flu. Like my joints were aching, my stomach was causing me a lot of problems, I was getting fevers, I felt really dehydrated all the time. It progressed really rapidly, so within a matter of about a month, I lost 30 pounds. The thing with the immune system being overactive is that it meant that my immune system was attacking whatever food I was putting into my body. So I was eating like any normal person, but everything that I put in would get rejected and broken down before I'd actually have the chance to absorb the nutrients. You would think that people would be concerned or supportive, but that wasn't the case. I'm not saying that I didn't have friends that were there for me. I definitely did. But I had other people who just decided that this was the perfect time to attack me. I had people call me a walking skeleton. I was accused of being anorexic. I was told to go eat a burger or something. So on top of feeling sick, my mental health took a massive dive. By the time I was on summer vacation, I was so exhausted and so deprived of nutrients that I just couldn't stay awake. I was sleeping around 20 hours a day. So for a while, I don't know what they were, but I was taking these little like yellow capsules. They did nothing. I was only on those for about a week or two. The next thing was that I was on some type of steroid. The steroids weren't a solution. It was mainly to make sure that I wouldn't lose any more weight. After a bit more testing, they had determined, okay, we got the right drug for you. It's this pill, 2 in the morning, and like, you're good to go. I took these pills and almost immediately developed a head-to-toe, full-body rash. So we went to the pharmacy to like talk to someone and be like, is this normal? She's like, no, you're horribly allergic to whatever you're taking. I'm like, cool. So went back to my specialist and she prescribed this medication called Humira. Humira is this is a used needle. The way that this was described to me is that it suppresses my immune system so that it's not overactive and just like gnawing away at everything in my body. It also creates kind of like a coating on like the inner linings of my intestines, so it covers the ulcers and it prevents them from getting like inflamed and like bah, everything hurts. And this was working for me for about 4.5 years. When you look at this, it doesn't look that substantial, but like these are big enough. They hurt a lot every single time that I have to do one. This is, you know, permanent. There's no cure to Crohn's disease. You just kind of moderate it. I was taking one of these bi-weekly and that was going perfectly fine. In January, I was in the shower and out of the blue, I got a very severe sharp pain in my lower right side. It kept getting worse and it was so bad that I couldn't stand. I was on my hands and knees in the shower and I turned it off. I managed to climb out. I was stuck laying down on my side for about 20 minutes before I could crawl over to bed and try to sleep it off. Instead of being like, this is really bad, I should probably call 911. Maybe my appendix burst. I was like, I have a midterm this afternoon. Kinda need to go write that. So I went to go write my midterm in excruciating pain. I was in so much pain that I was up the whole night. That day, Olivia came over and she forced me to go to the clinic, and thank God she did, because I probably would not have gone myself. The doctor who saw me basically said it's either Crohn's related or it's your appendix. Marched my way up to the emergency room and waited there forever. So I got an ultrasound and the image was too blurry to see if my appendix was inflamed. And then after that I got a CT scan and nothing showed up in that either. Yeah, they basically, just said it's Crohn's related and we want to keep you overnight for observation. And my heart just dropped. I wanted it to be my appendix so bad because I just knew that I'd get it out and that was it. Whereas with this, it was my first time in 4.5 years that I had an issue with my Crohn's, and now I was like, oh my God, what does this mean? In total, I was in the hospital for 28 hours. I got into contact with my specialist, and she said that the treatment option going forward would be to increase these to once a week. And I know it doesn't sound like the end of the world, but when you take these for the rest of your life, it sucks when you know you gotta do it more often. It's a chronic illness, meaning it never goes away, and it means it never gives us a break. I have taken 128 injections. I understand that, there are people that are curious about my medication and they're curious about the process. So in that sense, ask me questions. I'm willing to share, but there's a line. Wow, some of my friends are gonna feel like I'm targeting them. I'm not, I'm just trying to explain. Don't ask to watch. Don't ask to administer them for me. This is my life. I have to make sure I do this right, or else I will suffer the consequences. Another thing that I would really like to is for people to stop giving me unsolicited health advice. I know what works for my body, and what works is my medication. Thank you for watching. I hope this has helped enlighten you to this cause. If you enjoyed this video or you just think it could help someone, please share it, like it. If you're a person with Crohn's or colitis, please share your experience in the comments section. And then please, 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 I hate to be a person asking for money, but this is really important to me and I want to do good. So if you could donate to the Gutsy Walk, my link to my specific fundraiser page will be in the description below. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Whoa! What am I doing?